Your cat is sitting across the room, watching you with that still, focused gaze that can feel impossible to read. You blink at it slowly, half experimentally, half affectionately, and something unexpected happens. Your cat's eyes soften and blink back. Most people assume this is coincidence, or maybe just their cat blinking at random. A few assume it's mimicry, some learned behavior from proximity to humans. Both of those explanations are real possibilities. Neither is what's actually happening. Number 1. What your cat's eyes are actually saying. In the wild, a direct, unblinking stare between cats is a threat signal. Sustained eye contact means challenge, competition, or predation. Your cat understands this at a neurological level, so deeply encoded it predates domestication by millions of years. When a cat chooses to close its eyes slowly in your presence, it is voluntarily suspending its primary threat detection's response. It is making itself momentarily vulnerable. A 2020 study by Karen McComb and her team at the University of Sussex, published in Scientific Reports, tested this specifically across 2 experiments involving 21 cats in their home environments and a separate group with unfamiliar experimenters. They found that cats were significantly more likely to perform the slow blink sequence in response to a human doing it first, and that cats preferentially approached an experimenter who had slow blinked at them compared to one who maintained a neutral expression. The slow blink, in other words, is not passive. It is communicative, directional, and reciprocal. From your cat's perspective, you are speaking in a visual language it actually understands. One built not on words or tone, but on the deliberate lowering of a defense that evolution spent millions of years building. Number 2. The neurological mechanism behind the blink. What makes the slow blink functionally different from a regular blink is what it requires the cat's brain to override. A 2019 study conducted by researchers at Oregon State University, examining feast stress responses, found that cortisol levels in domestic cats, a primary marker of stress and threat vigilance, dropped measurably during positive, low-arousal human interaction. The slow blink sits within this category of interaction, precisely because it signals the absence of threat rather than the presence of reward. There is a meaningful distinction there. The brain systems involved are different. High arousal reward responses activate the dopaminergic pathways associated with the caudate nucleus, the part of the brain linked to anticipation and seeking behavior. But the slow blink activates something quieter, the parasympathetic nervous system, the biological architecture of calm, safety, and rest. Your cat is not excited when it slow blinks at you. It is relaxed, specifically voluntarily relaxed in your presence, which, for a solitary predator that survives by remaining alert, is a profound concession. A companion finding from the McComb study showed that cats who received slow blinks from strangers showed measurably more affiliative approach behavior than cats who received a neutral gaze, even when the strangers were completely unfamiliar. The blink communicates safety faster than familiarity does. Number 3. Why timing and context determine whether it works. The slow blink does not function identically in every situation, and understanding when to use it changes how effective it is. Cats in a heightened state of arousal, whether from play, noise, or conflict with another animal, are neurologically less able to receive and respond to the signal. Their sympathetic nervous system is already active, and the parasympathetic cue of a slow blink does not have the same pathway into their behavioral response at that moment. Research on feline stress and environmental enrichment, including a 2015 study from the University of Lincoln by Daniel Mills and colleagues, examining human-cat attachment, found that cats read contextual safety cues most effectively when their baseline arousal is already low. The slow blink lands best when your cat is already resting, already calm, already in a state where it has chosen proximity to you rather than been placed there. This is actually consistent with how the behavior functions between cats. In multi-cat households, slow blinks between familiar cats occur most frequently during resting states and shared spaces, not during feeding or territorial interactions. You are not creating calm with the slow blink so much as you are confirming and deepening a calm that already exists. That distinction changes how you use it. Wait for the quiet moment, the afternoon light, your cat settled on the couch nearby, and offer the blink there rather than as a corrective gesture when something feels tense. Number 4. How cats use this signal with each other. Slow blinking did not originate as a human-cat communication strategy. It exists within feline social behavior between cats themselves, and understanding its origin there clarifies why it translates to humans so effectively. A 2017 behavioral analysis by researchers at the University of Messina studying semi-feral cat colonies found that slow eye closure during close social contact between familiar cats was associated with affiliative grooming sequences, which are the primary bonding behavior in feline social groups. Cats that slow blinked at familiar companions were more likely to initiate or receive allogrooming within the following 90 seconds. The signal appears to function as a social readiness cue, an indicator that the animal is not in a defensive or competitive state and is open to positive contact. When you slow blink at your cat, you are not teaching it a new behavior. You are inserting yourself into an existing communicative system it already uses with members of its own species. This is likely why the Macomb study found the behavior transferred even with unfamiliar humans. The signal itself carries meaning independent of the individual sending it. Your cat is not responding to you specifically in that moment, so much as it is responding to a recognized social cue that carries a specific and consistent meaning in its perceptual world. You have learned its language, not the other way around. Number 5. The attachment layer research did not expect to find. There is a second thing happening underneath the immediate exchange of slow blinks, and it operates on a longer timescale. Repeated positive visual communication over days and weeks contributes to what attachment researchers call secure base behavior. The 2015 University of Lincoln study by Mills, referenced earlier, was primarily designed to test whether cats show attachment to owners consistent with attachment theory as established in human infants and dogs. What they found was that 65% of cats showed secure attachment behaviors toward their owners, including using the owner as a safe base from which to explore an unfamiliar room and returning to the owner for reassurance before re-engaging with novel stimuli. This proportion is close to the 58 to 65% range found in human-infant secure attachment studies. The slow blink, practiced consistently, is one of the behaviors that researchers have identified as contributing to this attachment quality because it builds a history of visual communication without demand. You are not asking your cat for anything when you slow blink. You are offering a signal with no expectation attached to it. For an animal whose stress responses are highly sensitive to unpredictability and perceived threat, repeated exposure to a signal that costs nothing and carries only the message of safety has a cumulative effect on how your cat categorizes you in its social world. Number 6. What to do with this right now. The next time your cat is resting nearby and catches your eye, do not look away quickly and do not stare. Hold a soft gaze for 2 or 3 seconds. Then close your eyes slowly and fully. Hold them closed for 1 breath and open them slowly. Then look away gently. You do not need your cat to respond immediately, and you do not need to repeat it 3 times in a row. 1 clean, relaxed slow blink is the complete communication. If your cat slow blinks back, the exchange is finished. You have told each other something. The Macomb study found this works with cats who have never been tested before, in environments they've never been in, with humans they have never met, which means the mechanism is not about your specific relationship history with your cat. It is about what the signal itself means to every cat that sees it. Your cat has been waiting for you to speak this way. You now know how. If this kind of research-backed look at cat behavior is useful to you, subscribe so you do not miss the next one, and leave a comment about what you noticed the first time you tried it.